fellow sim racers. This is Learning the Track with David. We're here at Tsukuba Circuit in our Ferrari 488 GT3. It's a very fun but tricky circuit, and you can gain or lose massive amounts of time depending on your corner entry, braking points, and just overall how you attack this circuit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and fire up this Ferrari. Sounds good. Let's learn the track, guys. Alright, so here we are at turn 1. Let's go over something real quick. I do like to run my brake balance at 51.7. So give that a try for yourselves. On the left hand side of the track here, where there's a little break in the grass, where this runoff road goes, when I get to the middle of that is when I like to start to angle the car over towards the right. Now from my brake point, just past the pit lane line right there, when I see the end of that is when I'll start to brake. And we're going to want to aim for the curb on the right hand side, and we're just going to barely graze that. And then you're going to let the front of the car come out just a little bit. And you can see there's some moss here that's run onto the track. Now when you see that, start to angle the car back down into the corner. And then when you touch that moss, you're going to be full back onto the throttle. You're going to come out all the way over here. This curb on the left hand side here, eat as much of this as you can, and straight back over here to the right. Now we're going to eat as much of this curb up as we can, but our braking point is just where that dirt gravel starts, right there. We're going to eat up as much of that as we can. There, we're going to start to brake. We're going to leave about a half a car length before we actually go down into the corner. And then straight onto the white line. Now when you see right here where the white ends on the wall there is when we're going to go full on gas again. Come all the way over here, grab some of that curb on the right. And then right after that, you're going to go straight over here to the left-hand side, set yourself up for the next corner. And then about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be our brake point there. And you're just barely going to graze the brake pedal. And all that's going to do is it's going to bring the nose in to this curb here. And then do your best not to touch the gravel dirt on the right hand side there. Just grab as much of that curb of it as you can. Now we're straight over here to the left. Try to keep this nice and tight without touching the grass on the left hand side there. We're going to try to keep this tight, tight, tight. And then right there, we're going to be hard on the brakes. Okay, so basically where the white line here starts to go straight on there. Right at that point there, we're going to start braking real hard. Now as we enter this corner, we're going to want to leave at least a full car length here on the inside before we start to go into the corner. This is a really tricky corner, and you can lose a lot of time here if you don't get it right. So we're going to come down into the corner here, and we're going to hug it, hug it, hug it, hug it. And then just there, let me back up a little bit. So this point here is when you're going to want to get fully back on the throttle pedal. So right there, we're back on the throttle pedal full on. And come all the way out here, get a little of that curb. And then we're going to set ourselves up for this last corner. Okay, so this one can be a little bit tricky, and understeer is a real son of a gun if you don't get it right. So where the Armco basically ends and the wall here starts is where you're going to start to brake. So there, when you see that right there, you're going to start to brake and then start to aim the car right to the middle of the corner. So you're going to brake, and then through the corner here, you're just going to lightly let it coast around, maybe add a little bit of gas. And then right there, you're going to be back on full. And then you can eat up all that right there on that left-hand side if you want. So there's a full lap of Tsukuba. Let's go ahead and do a hot lap so you guys can actually see it in real time, see what it looks like, and get a feel for it. And then we'll go back over everything. Okay, so here we are with the chase cam view. Here comes turn one. Okay, so like I explained to you in the very beginning, right in the middle of where the break in the grass was, we started to angle the car towards the right. And then just where the line ends on the right hand side for the pit lane line is where we start to brake. So now here's the curb here as we're just barely grazing it. Okay, so now we can see the moss there, and we're starting to angle the car back down into the corner. And fully on the gas all the way out. Eating up all that curb on the left hand side and the right hand side. Where the dirt is, we're braking real hard. Let's go back a little bit here. So right there, you can actually hear the car hitting the rev limiter. There. You see the dirt here. We start to brake. We're leaving just a little bit of a gap as we enter this corner here. And then I can see that there in the car, and I'm back on the throttle pedal. Just barely, we're not even on the line there. You could go a little bit further out if you wanted to. But then we're straight back over here to the left-hand side. Almost touching the grass there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're looking for that one there. Start barely grazing the brake there. Over to the right-hand side, eating up all that curb on the right. Keeping it as tight as you can here. Right there. Right as that line, as I can see from the from inside the car, when that line starts to go nice and straight down there, I start to brake real hard. Leaving a nice gap here, and we're basically just floating the car down into the right-hander. I see that there in the car. I'm back on the throttle. Alright, so here's for the last corner. So inside the car, I'm seeing here. So my reaction is to start braking once I see that. So my reaction time is that I start actually braking right about where I want you to. Right there. Right when you see that there, you start to brake. We're aiming for the middle of the track. I actually started to lose a little bit of traction there, so I went a little bit further out than I would want you guys to. So try to keep that a little bit tighter. So like this right rear, you want it to be like more like right over here. We're just slowly applying throttle through here. We're getting that front end to hook into the corner. We're fully back on the throttle. All the way out, eating up all that green turf over there. And then there's your lap, 53.450. Alright, so there was a video explaining to you guys how I like to drive the track. Hopefully that has helped you. If it has, please comment, Tell me how much time you've made up. I'd really appreciate it. Also, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll be having a lot more videos for you guys. Hopefully some going live on YouTube and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you stopping by, watching this video, taking time out of your day, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.